This episode of the Community Workbench podcast is proudly sponsored by yours truly, Matt Norn of Remax Bell Park Realty. For all of your real estate needs, residential and commercial, call me 860-428-6534. Your dreams are my job. Welcome to the Community Workbench podcast, Halloween special. I'm Matt Norn, and this is Kyle Morrissey. We're your hosts of the Community Workbench podcast. This week, for our Halloween special, we have the Brown Brothers Haunting Hour podcast, Tyler and Ryan. And we also have Chubby Dog's owner, Adam Rondeau.
Woo.
Hey.
What's that?
Did I do a creepy enough voice?
No, you just put your hands over your face and
I'm spooky.
I feel
it
like
didn't sound spooky.
I feel like the intro, it was better this time because you didn't mess up our name. So that's already a plus.
Wow.
I feel like our guests just want everything. Who would have known we would have had 3 prima donnas on the first?
I didn't say anything yet about. Just judge the way you did a spooky voice.
Just the name. As long as you get that right, we're good going forward.
I wrote it down this time.
We know you can't read, though.
Here's pictures.
Well, we had
shiny moments.
we had so much fun last time that we're thrilled to be back, guys. Thank you so much for inviting us, especially during our favorite time of year.
Hey.
It is spooky season for Ryan and myself, so we appreciate this.
A very happy Halloween to all of your listeners. Anybody who's watching us live right now, we will be the first to wish you a happy Halloween.
Thank you.
Yes, and all of your listener, happy Halloween.
You know, you beat me by 2 seconds.
The fact that you didn't take it, I was like, man, just
We do have
Swing and
one,
miss.
but it's probably me right now.
yeah. The on-air console does count as one, so
Wow, the happiness is bringing tears to my eyes. I thought it was spooky. I don't know.
just distorted.
I think we were
Isn't that what a
expecting
spooky
more
is?
Joker-esque. That's
More-
your costume tonight. Yeah, a little more manic.
That's just like you didn't even change your voice. You just put your hands over your mouth and talk normally.
Welcome to the Community Workbench.
Yeah, that probably would have
Hey,
been better.
that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
It's not Joker, but it's creepier.
I remember him always like doing the thing with his tongue. No?
Okay,
Didn't
that's
do
gonna
that?
stop. Especially when there's no other noise, just
Yeah, imagine if you're not watching and you're just listening to
Yeah.
that.
that's a
Probably
whole
actually
extra thing.
better off that they're not watching.
You making fun of my eyebrow? Is that what that was? I know what's missing.
You
I'm
just-
not.
You always just look intrigued right now.
I'm like Dwayne the Rock Johnson with that dumb face when he turns his head.
You were super not Dwayne The Rock.
No, God no.
No,
I'm way
he's a
more
lot
successful.
closer to Dwayne the Rock Johnson than you are right now.
I feel we look like the island of misfit toys right
Oh,
now. The way
absolutely.
we are all dressed,
It's horrible.
it is a conglomerate.
In a good way.
Conglomerate of
Yeah.
just not.
Yeah, Misfit Toys as best as you can get.
Yeah.
That's what you want with Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want people to look at you and go, huh.
I get that all the time.
That's true. That is the normal, everyday occurrence for you.
With all the makeup on for once, I was like, it's Matt. It just felt normal.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Why don't you guys go around and tell us who you are, like what your character is or what you were trying to accomplish with...
What you were trying to accomplish.
I know I
very
failed
inviting.
miserably.
This is after a costume change. We're still like,
Well, then why don't you start?
yeah.
Well, at first I just wanted to be a creepy clown, and I didn't really know where I was going. My daughter did my makeup, and it came out a lot like a bald Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You just run with it, man.
And so I went and put a purple shirt on and
Huh.
the Christmas tie.
Superman.
Whoa. You put that on after we made fun of you relentlessly.
Yes,
The bounty
yes,
paper
that's
towel
true.
guy.
But that's not part
Man,
of...
peer pressure.
It's the
is-
lore.
It's not part of who I am at my core. So great to have you back on, Adam.
I have a feeling this is gonna be the last episode Chubby Dog comes on.
It's been real, guys.
Yeah, for a while.
Can I come in yours?
They'll just make it pay the
Absolutely.
next time. you want to
Yeah.
come. We'll take anyone's dollar.
Yeah.
so.
I'll just put a mustache on next time and be like, hello, guys. I'm someone else. And
I've
like,
seen
he's
you
good.
do that in your videos. It doesn't fool me.
Mhm.
I
No,
know
just-
it's you.
Just color
Well,
on
it
your
didn't-
eyebrow.
It didn't fool me the second time you did it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He went to you, was like,
I did a
"Is
double
it? That's
take.
Adam, right?
Ew. Oh man.
And Kyle, what are
So
you?
I am where's Waldo?
You look like a creepy Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Like Santa that broke out
and
of
where's
prison.
Waldo that was never found? Turned into a zombie.
Wow.
Oh.
Hey, originality points. That is
Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
You
that's
explained it.
right.
I get it now.
So
Yeah.
So Where's Waldo on Halloween this year, and then this had to be spookier. So Where's Waldo never found turns into a zombie.
Ooh. Respect.
And then my
respect.
wife found this wig. So I didn't have that. I didn't have this an hour ago. She's like, "Oh wait!" I was
You
like,
can be old, Waldo.
Yeah.
I
It'd
thought
be
you
easier
grew
for
out
you
your.
to play the part.
I just thought you grew out your hair. I haven't seen you in a couple months.
"Well, this would be the accurate color that it would grow." On to you, Adam.
Oh, well. I'm Billy Joe Armstrong. You know, from that band.
That band?
You know the one, Matt, that you
one?
noticed
The-
earlier?
The like green one?
Yeah, them. It's like it's a whole day.
How come they didn't wear green?
I don't know. Because they were in their 30s when they made that dumb video, and they're like, I'm just gonna wear all black and be sad boys and put eyeliner on. And
Where's the eyeliner?
oh, it's there.
I thought you
Yeah.
called it guy liner.
Well, you do.
Well, you didn't.
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to anymore without getting yelled at. So
That's like toeing the line right there.
yeah, I said it one time. They're like, "Well, it's just eyeliner." I'm like, "Ugh, not this again." like you're right. Here's my apology tour.
Real question: why are they called Green Day? Does anybody know? Adam?
Nope.
You don't. I don't even know either. And we're emo boys at heart, Ty.
Yeah, I never liked them though. Really.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, you got to deal
Good
with
thing
them.
we set
Well,
them
they-
apart.
Yeah.
I didn't
Smart.
I didn't dislike them.
All right. All right.
More of a Fall Out Boy myself. Although
Okay.
I guess it was a little bit later.
Wow.
Panic at the Disco, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brendan Urie. Yeah,
Good guy.
You mean the same vocally for like the first album that
that's them.
he used to confuse everybody. Fall Out Boy and that very first album, Patrick Stump and Brandon, they sound almost identical.
Sure.
And then look, shut up, you old.
Waldo?
Strung out Santa.
I was trying to think of an old rock stars and I couldn't
Strung
think of
out
them fast enough.
That's actually that's not
That's
bad.
what I walked in and that's what I thought.
Really.
Yeah, a little.
He kind
sketchy
of does
Santa.
look like Fred Durst, only if he had really long hair
Oh,
and not wearing
yeah.
like a.
Is
he's
Walls
wearing a
is
beanie.
Where's Waldo not part of your generation?
Oh no!
No, yeah,
Yeah,
we.
it
Yeah.
was.
Okay.
When my
But-
mom wanted to shut us up, she would give us that book and it was like 30, 40 minutes.
But then the competition ensued. Who
Yeah.
could find it faster?
You kind of do look like Papa Fred now that they said that. I see it.
Yeah.
It's a compliment, trust me.
Not a
Fred
bad
Durst
thing.
is
I know who Fred Durst is. Yes, I'm aware.
Proud of you.
So, thank you. This is-
I'm getting a little Papa Smurf. I don't-
you know,
No, he's
what?
blue.
Yeah.
I'll take anything.
I heard that about you.
Sounds like it'd be my old job.
And on Orion?
Yes, so I am an 80s character. I am one of the camp counselors from Camp Crystal Lake who has met the machete of Mr. Jason Voorhees.
Okay.
These are the most 80 glasses I could find. So,
Actually, look quite female. No,
I borrowed them from my
As
girlfriend.
did
you know
Spot on.
they have a larger selection of things. that-
Adam, let me borrow that eyeliner quick.
It's guyliner.
Oh, say I got something going here.
I can give you this pen.
I grew up in the 80s, so I can kind of say this. Most of the 80s looked very feminine to me.
Oh yeah.
Not,
Oh, what,
not
those
just
perms?
yeah.
Yeah.
This shirt is a crop top. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, you're wearing it great.
Are those
so
sneakers jeans?
congratulations.
My God.
Oh man.
I think it's the beard though, man. You got to shave it. They did not
No.
have beards.
No.
No,
They
I
didn't
was-
have beards in the
listen,
80s,
He
did
does
they?
have, I don't care,
listen.
but he's got a point with that.
Listen, you have a beard, you keep it.
Thank you.
Listen,
It'll
these-
grow back
these-
in like a
no,
week.
No,
No,
well,
they said that
him,
about
yeah,
eyebrows.
but God, look at how full that is.
He just wants me to shave it so he can make fun of me for the next like
Oh,
6 years.
It's been like
Oh.
12 years since I've seen it. Oh, I almost swore. Since I've seen his actual face, and I grew up with him. He's my brother, and I just want to see the chin again, Rye.
Dude,
Why do you
here we
want to
are.
hide your face?
Next
Yeah.
time.
What's the problem?
Oh,
Because he has a
Oh.
luscious beard.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
I guess.
It's like, you know,
I got that weak chin. Or,
Yeah.
I need a
is it the
stronger
butt chin?
jawline.
The butt chin?
100%. 100%.
I know that, man. I know what you're talking about.
Anyways, moving on to my brother.
What are you? I think you look great, Ryan. I didn't mean to come off as not thinking you look good.
I can feel the sarcasm in your voice.
He's wearing the cross top great. So
Yeah, he is. He is. Looks good, man. A little too close to me, but it still looks good.
I felt like there was always one camp counselor that looked way too old to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, okay.
You could be that guy.
Hey, kiddies, you gonna go for a swim with me?
It's a little cold, Timmy. Well, I'm also an 80s character. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Evil Dead series, Evil Dead 1 or Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness. But Bruce Campbell, the actor, he played a man named Ash Williams from those movies.
I've heard those names.
and
I've
that's
never
me.
Seen the,
Then you guys are children of the 80s, huh?
well,
children, we were born in '84. You think my parents let me watch that when I was 6 years
Eight.
old?
83.
Well, the 80s, it was a different time. 5 and 6 year olds.
Yeah, people had morals.
Yeah. I feel like we've gone the other direction.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, I didn't see a lot of horror movies. No.
Well, those ones are great. Like, if anybody's looking for a movie to watch during Halloween, the Evil Dead series, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, they remade them in the 2013 was one of them.
Yep.
And 2021 or 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, recently, and those movies, holy s! But wow, they're in your face. A lot of gore, a lot of jump scares, but a
Yeah.
very good Halloween watch.
Bruce Campbell also looks way better than Tyler in those. So.
Also true.
Way better.
Also true.
Oh, they use the same actor.
Yeah, every single one. Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice. I was listening to a podcast where the guy was talking about how he lets his kids watch the old horror movies because they're laughable because of like what they see now in movies and stuff like that. They'll look at this and they're like, "This was supposed to be scary." It's
Like that. Here's Terrifier. All right, touche, kid.
Yeah.
Touche.
So,
Why you wouldn't let your kid watch Human Centipede? Just be like, huh? Right? How do they eat?
When do you think you guys got hooked on horror movies? At what age?
God, it must have been Jaws for both of us, right?
Well, no,
Ah,
Jaws was in 1975.
Oh yeah, we weren't alive then, but I think Jaws was the first.
Yeah.
The first horror
Don't rub
movie
it in.
I remember watching as a child. It was either that or probably the OG Halloween.
John Carpenter's Halloween. I think mine was The Ring. You guys.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So that one, I was probably 10 or 11 years old.
That
and
one I actually saw in like real time.
Yeah, when it came out.
In the movie theater.
I was like an adult.
Well, you guys are all from the area. You remember the Blockbuster right in Putnam?
Yeah.
Right next to Sonny's Liquor?
Yeah.
I think that's exactly where I didn't steal it, but I did the switch where I took it out of a case and put it in a different case when I was young, and
Wow.
because I think it was
So s-
PG-13.
Who taught you that?
I haven't never even thought.
No, that was my good
Even
buddy.
to this day, I don't know.
Yeah, the
Or
little
with video
switch.
games too.
Yeah, and it was cheaper too. But I did that, and I watched The Ring, and that was the first time when I was like, wow.
Shame
this
on that
is-
Blockbuster employee for not opening the box. Right? You go to Kohl's and buy a pair of shoes. They're like, "Ah, is this the same size?" And you go to Blockbuster and they're like, "Yeah, whatever."
Well, there's a reason it's not a franchise anymore,
Yeah,
I guess.
There is still one left in the Midwest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
for
like Ohio or
nostalgia
somewhere.
reasons at the
Yeah.
museum.
Dish TV owns them, and they had like a whole documentary on it. I was
Yeah.
like, What are we holding on to here?
Yeah, it's pretty funny because Netflix's story is intertwined with it, where Netflix kept saying, "Do you want to buy us?
Right.
Do you want to buy us
Yeah.
out?" It's like, no,
No, we're gonna beat you so easily.
yeah,
Streaming, that's dumb.
You got
Yeah.
nothing.
Over the air? I don't even know how that's
Good luck
possible.
how that works.
That'd be cool if we could sell this show to Netflix.
Again,
In
it's
case any
important to have
executives
dreams.
listening.
Yeah. Listen, you told us earlier we should have goals. Right?
Should have goals.
Doesn't matter how high.
It's a big one.
Oh, so you meant like small attainable goals.
Oh,
Baby steps.
To
baby
start.
steps.
To start.
Yeah, Joe Rogan, watch out. We're coming for that spot.
It's not like TV. There's not like a spot, you know.
Well,
We
what
can
if
be
that
next to
contract
it.
is?
Oh man.
So last time you guys were on, you asked us what scared us the most. Adam, what scares you the most?
Being on this podcast and being asked questions like that. I have to think of something that's not going to sound stupid. I don't know. When I was younger, the game Resident Evil 2 scared me.
What
That's
about
probably
entrepreneurship?
No, that's just pure stupidity. That's a different realm of
Owning a business.
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's
Ignorance is
terrifying but
bliss.
stupid.
And you doubled down on that.
Look, again, stupidity is contagious. It infected me, and it got me. Yeah, I don't really know that I'm.
Was it the zombies in Resident 2, or was it?
It was just the whole way the game was played. Like, you just start the game off, and the streets are on fire. You have a gun with like 4 bullets. There's 5 zombies. They take 9 bullets each to kill, and they're like, "Well, go through the fire." And you're like, "Well," but
Where did your trauma start?
the first time you go through the alley and they reach out from the windows and they drag me under and I died. And when you died in that game, they all piled on top of you, and
Yeah.
the blood splattered on the screen and said you died. And I was like, I'm 8.
That might have been a parenting
Yeah.
discretion. Not
My cousin's house was one of those places you went when you wanted to see the cool stuff. That's where I started watching all the horror movies and got into that stuff and was like, oh, I actually am terrified of dolls now because thanks, Chucky. And my mom had those weird dolls where, like, when you lay them down, their eyes close, and when you pick them back up, she had like 30 of them. So I watched Chucky, go home the next day, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. This is just the worst. That whole room is just covered in those dolls. Like,
still.
no, luckily they have been. I don't know where they are. I don't want to know. It's better off that way. They just don't exist anymore.
True
Jeremiah's
story.
Antiques, I bet. That's my guess.
She was smart. Get the curse out of the house.
True story. When I was coming up with my costume, I actually wanted a doll on my shoulder that did that, and I can't find Riley's. I think we figured it out. But I was definitely gonna have like
Oh, that
either
would
a
be
doll that was dressed the same as me or something like
great.
that
You
up
would have
there.
to talk to the therapist about that one.
As soon as I walked in, you were like, "Hey," I'm like, "Nope, bye." Right back to the car.
I thought we were going for creepiest costume, but whatever.
I don't know, man. The fact that you can't find it, that's a little sketchy to me.
Yeah, I got up and
Is
walked
that thing
away.
moving around? Yeah, is that thing moving around?
Hey,
I'm
come
gonna
on
pick
out.
my feet up
Come
off the
on
ground.
out. Where are you?
You had a Halloween party this weekend. No, you.
What? I do.
Adam.
No, not this weekend. Thursday.
Oh, it's Thursday. I thought it was.
Oh, wait, oh,
The
did I
weekend
have-
doesn't start
Did you say
Thursday
did
for
I?
you guys?
No, didn't you have it Saturday night?
Oh yes,
Starts on
karaoke.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
karaoke.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Costume contest. And
This is your first like holiday since opening in Danielson.
yes,
Right?
yeah, that was the first one, and man, it was rad. We had so many people there.
That's awesome.
A lot of weird costumes, a lot of weird people.
Was it, who won best?
Yeah,
costume?
what costume did win?
So I was pretty annoyed because it wasn't who I wanted. I mean, first off, there was a guy and his girlfriend dressed up like Hugh Hefner and a bunny. He was the bunny and she was Hugh.
Hilarious.
First round elimination, they're gone. And we did, like,
Oh, my
audience,
goodness.
we did audience participate, like whoever
Yeah.
got the loudest. Nothing. I'm like, but he's dressed
That's,
like a
that's
bunny.
hysterical.
It was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Got nothing. It was just a guy dressed as a granny.
Oh.
Exactly.
Guy dressed as the granny is who won.
That's what
That's who
won.
won. That's what won because he came out all decrepit and then threw his cane on the ground and then started dancing. And everyone was like, ah! And then
So
he started
it-
shaking his butt and it was like, he's
He
a granny.
played off the atmosphere, man.
It was showmanship.
It was. That's what won.
That's
But it was a
won
costume contest. Not a showmanship
Well, next time, clarify. You must stand there and do nothing.
Yes. When I call you, you stand at attention and you don't move or say anything until I dismiss you. But yeah, we did that. Just Halloween drinks and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
looked like a blast. Your social media guy did a great job.
Thank you. I do. Really. My mommy took some nice pictures and she sent them to me, and I posted them and said, "Look what we did." It was a good time.
I will say we 1000% need to be there next year, Ty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, you're from or in the
Killingly.
area?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were hoping it was going to be well, not that this weekend is October, but there's still Halloween stuff going on. And we were more free this weekend than we were last weekend. So if it was, we would have swung by.
Mm.
So next year, we'll definitely be there.
Wait till next year. Halloween's on Friday.
3-day weekend.
Maybe
You guys
4.
only get 3 days?
Some of us do work. Yeah.
What's a weekend?
Yeah.
These sound fun.
Entrepreneurs usually don't get them.
Oh, Saturday. You mean the day that I work the most? Oh, yeah. That day rules.
That is very scary.
Yeah. I stand corrected. You're right. Scariest thing I do.
Work weekends.
When all the weirdos come out.
You also had a big blast there with bands and stuff like that too.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting into that.
That was pretty cool.
We did get into it.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
And more so out of necessity, because we did a small town music festival.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
was just gnarly. It was so. I was expecting, a few of the weird Danielson crackheads from the park to kind of wander down, and my parents would be out there just like, "Look at my boy," and that was gonna be about it. So I was pretty stoked.
No, that was just Matt, just dressed as the Joker.
I knew it! I knew it! Just because she wears a wig doesn't mean you get to dress like her. So yeah, it ended up being just massive. I mean, like the first band, we had like a crowd of probably 50 or so out there, and it just
That's awesome.
yeah, there was like 3 or 4 bands in the middle where there was probably around like 300 people just fanned out between the beer garden and like the actual like staging area for like all the people watching it. It was nuts. I couldn't believe I literally could not believe there were that many people that came out to it. It was awesome. All the vendors made a killing. All the businesses. We had a great day at Chubby.
Oh, somebody actually bought coffee.
I couldn't believe it either. Like, we sell booze, right? But yeah, everyone just made out well. It was awesome.
That's great.
All the bands had a great time because we were kind of upset because, there are all these like little local bands that have typically it's rock music, so you would expect moshing or some sort of movement in the crowd. Nothing. I mean, every band, they were just standing there just looking. And afterwards, we were like, "Hey guys, I don't know what's wrong with the crowd. Like, I'm sorry they're not." And they're like, "No, dude, we're fine." I'm like, we're not. We want to see them move. Like, why aren't they moving? They're a little bit of pushing would be nice, or just move your head. But everyone just like arms crossed, just looking. And we're like, oh my god, they
Yeah.
hate it, but it was great.
Yeah, I did second Saturdays for a while, and that's kind of what you get with those local bands or whatever. People
Yeah.
grab a chair and watch, and it's fine. It's a crowd.
We
you
did
know.
have some of that too. They brought like lawn
Yeah.
chairs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought it was like Riverview Park in
Yeah.
Brooklyn. You see that? It's like a whole baseball field, and they have like a little pavilion, and then people are like 300 yards away from the band.
Yeah, it's like, what are you
just
doing?
sitting, having a picnic, enjoying.
Is that music I hear in the background here? Sure is.
No, but that'll get bigger every time.
Yeah,
How
we're gonna
often-
make it.
How
annual.
often do you think you're gonna do it? Just that
Oh yeah, once a year.
once a year?
Oh yeah, that was.
A lot.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, next year it'll be easier now because obviously we have something to prove
Right.
with like getting vendors, especially.
Yeah.
Now we can say like, hey, look, remember last year? I thought so. Sign back up. Yeah, it was a lot of work for my buddy John and I, who was the guy who helped me with it. But worth every bit of it that day. Like,
Yeah.
because even leading up to it, both of us were just like the whole time, just like, this is gonna suck. No one's gonna come because the parking lot was still empty at like 9:30 in the morning, and we're like, what? But looking back on it, we're like, why are we so nervous? It was 3 hours until it started. Why are we like, there's no one here, this sucks,
What
we
did,
failed?
what did you want people to do?
I wanted them there at sunrise. I wanted the parking lot. When we got there, as I got out of my car, everyone just started to cheer. They knew my name. It was a great time.
People know your
Thank
name.
you.
They know who you are.
Next year, we're gonna pay people to camp out.
Yes. Yes.
Make it
Yeah.
look like
We're gonna have plants.
That's what you're. Well, that's all I wanted. Just as long as they know who I am, they're like, take your shirt off, make me that drink you do. Matt said it's good. That's all I want.
You had to use my name, huh?
In fairness, you did bring it up the moment I walked in.
Kyle did, not me. I didn't even
Everyone you did.
remember.
It's guilty by association.
Yeah.
I love
If you
it.
change costumes, I don't know who you are anymore.
Crazy.
So good.
Moving on. What's happening in your podcast?
Golly, not much. We actually just recorded our Halloween episode last night, so we're still on the high from that bad boy.
Just take today off.
Oh yeah, this is our off time. Right here.
I actually saved a PTO for tomorrow. I will be honest, so I'm off tomorrow.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Wednesday.
absolutely.
My
Halloween Eve, hell yeah.
Halloween Eve. I didn't know
That's a
that was
thing.
a thing.
Halloween.
Technically, it's I guess people call it
All
teenagers.
Hallows Eve.
No, that's Halloween.
Yeah.
Mischief Night.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Back
I
when
remember that.
Yeah,
Just when
back
you
when
egg
we
the
were
house
middle
was
school.
fun.
Yeah,
That
would be the
exactly.
great
One
outdoors?
thing to do.
Is that really what?
Yeah,
I
it's
did-
egg the houses and TP the
Yeah.
trees and all that good stuff.
Yeah, light things on fire.
Probably
on,
pull a muscle running away from a house or something.
Yeah, we have cars now.
It's true.
Oh, that's also a valid point.
yeah.
And now they come running out after you with their cell phones, just recording your number. You're like,
Kyle, I've seen you drive not stressed out. You should try this.
yeah, we'll get you a baggie with some dog doing it and a lighter. I'm like, all right, that house.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Whatever your brain thinks of.
So you have tomorrow and Friday or no?
Not
Wait,
fun.
yeah. Do you have tomorrow off, or do you have Halloween off, or no?
No.
Oh.
No, not
So
Halloween.
you took tomorrow off,
I did, yeah.
and then your plan is to
My plans to
ring
do-
and run, TP. to the
No. I was just bringing up what Halloween Eve is to the young adults. I'm just gonna hang out, watch some scary movies,
Nice.
maybe eat my weight in Reese's and Hershey's
Ah,
and
yeah.
Kit Kats and all that stuff, which is gonna be great.
So it's a cheat day too.
Yeah,
You got a sick day
all-
for the next day.
it all lines up perfectly.
As an adult, you can do that.
We did. What was it? Last weekend we went to Salem.
Oh, you guys did a podcast out there, or you did an event, right?
Yeah.
we did. Well, that was last weekend.
I think it was It was about a week and a half ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
We went to Salem, Massachusetts, and we did the Salem Paracon, and it was a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, it was sweet. It was,
Salem Paracon. That's a big event, isn't it?
it was the
Pretty good.
Shadows of Salem. They had the 50th anniversary of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so they had
Oh, wow.
a bunch of the original actors there. Super cool to see. Yeah, the turnout was incredible, and then we made the mistake of going into downtown Salem later that night. So that was just wild. The amount of people that enter that city during Halloween weekend, or even any weekend in October, is incredible.
Yeah, they said I saw a statistic. So they have like 44,000 residents or something, but they said in October it's 100,000.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
And so there was
60,000
this guy actually.
people.
Yeah, this guy put out a map, and he was talking about like off of Main Street. If you go down to the water, he's like there's like far less people, but they still have all the restaurants and all that
Mhm.
stuff. But you're off Main Street then, so it's like it's different. But it was like a little tip. I was like, God, 100,000 people. That's crazy.
Incredible.
That's awesome.
I will say, if anybody is trying to visit Salem, we have a recommendation. Direwolf Tavern. It's right off of Essex Street, so that's the main street in Salem. This restaurant is absolutely incredible. Every time you go in there, the drinks are on point. The food is absolutely out of bounds.
They do stuff for spooky season.
Yep, they do, and they have below the restaurant is a speakeasy. It's called
Nice.
Hallowed Ground.
That's cool.
Oh wow.
It's so much fun. And I mean, any place you're gonna hit in Salem is gonna be great, but we always have like our expectations are blown out of the water every time we go in there.
So what kind of food do they serve?
It's just like a classic American dining. They do
Well,
they do
Give
they
the
do
place a
sushi.
proper plug, all right?
They do
That is what we
sushi.
do here normally, Adam.
Just it felt natural.
But yeah, it's like American food,
Like a bar.
sushi, all that. Like they do a lot.
You
of
went
good
from
stuff.
American food
Into
to sushi.
Well, that's
It's
those are
but that's
It's
that
a
is
little more upscale and just
a
like
lot
an
of
Americanized
like,
kind of
80.
menu.
It's
yeah.
probably like 85 Main.
yeah,
very similar.
Yeah. See.
you did.
And then if you're trying to get real raunchy in Salem, what is it? It's not O'Malley's. What the?
O'Reilly's Irish pub.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if you want
Had
to
to be
bar
an
fight,
Irish.
that's where
We
you
knew it was
go.
O something.
O dash something. Yeah.
Was there an apostrophe in that? Let's go.
That's the place you're gonna find Adam taking his shirt off.
Oh yeah.
Throwing down some espresso martinis. You that bad boy.
Shut up, take my shirt off.
That's hilarious. So, you guys got anything big coming up? You dropped the Halloween episode on Halloween.
Yep, so
How'd
that's
you
gonna be
guys do that?
Coming out
And-
Thursday morning. That was actually the first episode we've ever recorded where I had a hard time getting through it.
Oh,
It was super dark, super heavy, very very scary. But that's an episode that while I was researching it, and a couple days afterwards, it has stuck with me, and it was just something very hard to shake, in my opinion.
wow.
So very heavy stuff.
If that's not a teaser, jeez.
Yeah, you can drop the name of it, right?
I guess I can. Yeah, so we talked all about a cult that happened in Canada and Switzerland in the early to mid 1990s. It was the Order of the Solar Temple, and it was as bad as you could think. This is what this cult did. So
Oh, wow.
What's the cult that was? It was in the middle of the country. It had, man, it was.
Thought Robin Williams was a god.
No, I don't think it was that
No,
one.
they all
No.
literally drank.
Oh, the
like-
People's Temple.
yeah,
Jim Jones.
and they all killed themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went to South America to do that, though.
Oh, it wasn't okay.
Yeah, I think I forgot what state they started in, but yeah, they followed him down. I think 1,000 or 1,200 people followed him down, and 900 or so drank drank the Kool-Aid, the
Yeah.
quote unquote drink.
Right,
the
that's
Kool-Aid.
where that came from. right?
Yeah.
Drinking
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. There's another one about they also poisoned themselves to hop on
comet.
a comet.
Yeah, we chatted about that the other
Yeah.
night. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that. That was in California, though. I think Northern.
But that was when
California.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
It actually happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
They wanted to actually jump on a comet.
well, that was what they're,
They
I don't
thought it
know.
was the
They're-
comet was hiding an alien spaceship.
Wow.
And when the comet passed, if they killed themselves at a specific time, their spirituality, their essence would go to the spaceship. And I think it was 9 or so people that
Peer
that did
pressure
that.
is
yeah,
something.
it was wild because it was like they were all in bunk beds and
Yeah.
room and
Oh, that might be the one I'm thinking of.
They
Yeah.
all wore black and white Nike Air Maxes
Yeah.
or Air
Mhm.
Force Ones. It was like we've seen the pictures of the bodies in bed.
Jeez.
Well, I mean,
These guys
that's
had
probably a
good
good
taste in shoes.
advertisement.
Yeah, I mean, you want to look good if you're going.
Sponsorship right there, man.
These are aliens. They have much nicer shoes than us. We gotta try to impress them somehow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you guys go into cults and everything, huh? That's pretty wild.
We do, yeah. That was probably
Just do it. That's the the motto.
Too tight.
That would just hit me. I was like, what the F is it? Just do it.
Just do it.
you, my friend, are going to PHE double hockey sticks.
Everyone was
God.
thinking it. I just said it.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm clever enough to think that. Even, so kudos to you.
We have dipped into. We did a couple episodes on, 2 or 3 cults,
But that was probably the heaviest we've ever gotten.
and definitely the most recent. And that's why we saved it for our Halloween episode.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think what do they call it? Cult ship, maybe? I don't know. Being in a cult, like that's like a whole different ball game, right?
We-
It's way more like like you guys talk about like all the haunting stuff, like okay, like ghosts and stuff like that. But this is like literally somebody brainwashing you to think this and that you're gonna benefit from, committing suicide or killing yourself for the better life,
Yeah, we went pretty in depth on how somebody could put their faith and put so much like belief into a single person.
Mm.
Like look at Charles Manson. I mean,
Yeah.
something like that, who you will actually kill for. We go in pretty in depth on our show on how we think people can do that for another person. So very scary stuff. And
Must listen.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So-
Thursday morning, Brown Brothers Haunting Podcast.
Bro, you want to take this one time?
The Brown Brothers Haunting Hour
Haunting
podcast.
He wrote it down.
Sorry. Yeah.
And I read it.
Sorry, guys.
But yeah, that's dropping Thursday morning, probably around 8 a.m., depending on how good I do editing the next 2 days. So
Depending on how much we
Spotify?
swore on Monday when we
Yes.
did the episode.
Oh,
The
that,
bleep
yeah,
button
you guys
was
gotta
ready.
Bleep, yeah,
Yeah.
you guys got to bleep. Yeah.
But yeah, that's on Spotify, Apple, wherever you guys are getting your podcasts these days.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice. Oh, that's right. You guys pay. We should do that. They pay a company to upload it to everything.
Dirt cheap.
Yeah, I know we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Feel free to
Did we
fund
give
it.
you guys the name? I think we gave you the name of it
Yeah.
last time too.
Yeah. Yeah, I've looked into them. It's just when you don't make any money, it's hard to have a recurring bill. At the moment,
Yeah, it's-
we'll get there.
Yeah.
But
If anyone wants to have a sponsorship,
because this is the time to advertise on this podcast.
I think we should say Narragansett.
Oh man,
It'd
what
be
do you?
so funny if they were like, "Yeah, we can only take one podcast right now. The Brown Brothers are out, and the Community Workbench is in."
Oh, God, wouldn't that be great?
We'd be coming here every night for beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
You could do that anyway.
Sold.
Yeah. If you haven't noticed, he's an extrovert.
You can just crawl through that window right there. There's always a cooler right below it.
I thought it was
There's like a
unemployed.
fridge right there. Look at all that stuff.
Right over here. We try to be accommodating here.
We do the best.
I brought my
Speaking
own
of,
beer.
speaking of which, you want to grab me one of those?
Oh,
One of those Narragansetts?
Man, I'll take a Narragansett too while you're over there.
Yeah, you know what?
What are you going to do with it?
We're gonna shotgun him.
That's a
Thank you, sir.
tall boy. Are you okay with that?
I don't know what
Do you
your
need a
I don't know what your implied insult is.
Oh man. So what do you guys think? You guys think you have more viewership or attention this time of year? I know you guys had said you try to do 2 a week or something sometimes when you hit this season, or at least 1 a week, right? Do you feel like you find that you have more traction in the September, October months?
For sure. I think starting the last week of August, our numbers almost double.
No.
Wow.
way.
Yeah, for September and October, people really like to flock to us because if you don't have the horror mentality, you're
Yeah.
not sticking with us all year.
Right.
Mhm.
Damn, we need a theme.
We do. It's called small business.
The people that have no money to give you. That's our audience.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Hey, business owner, do you not pay yourself anything? Pay me.
See, he gets it. I
Yeah,
don't know
I'm
why
in.
you don't.
I understand. This seems like we're spinning our wheels.
No, it's fine.
So you
It'll
so
work
that's
out.
so wow, so you have double. So you guys record and then you post on all platforms for people to view.
Yeah, and I will say, I think we kind of polish it up during those months to make it much easier to listen to. We're not jawing as much, swearing as much,
Ah,
except for Tyler.
more professional.
Yes, because we know we're going to have that many more listeners coming in to hear about what we're talking about.
Right.
And we like to really save our terrifying topics, I guess, for those months and things that we think will be scary to people and things that we think that people have not heard before. So
you've gone over entrepreneurship.
yes, we yeah, he's going to be on our first episode for that. Actually.
Yeah, things I regret. The whole episode. Do you ever notice if, like, with the like streaming services, Netflix, all them, they're always pumping out all these new docuseries on cults, hauntings, murders, all that stuff. Does that impact your numbers? You ever notice that?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
We did an episode, God, it was probably 2 years ago, right when The Conjuring 3 came out. The one that happened in Connecticut.
Mhm.
The Devil Made Me Do It, the Arnie Johnson case. We published that the week before the movie came out, and that's like, God, one of our most streamed episodes of all time.
No kidding.
Wow.
So that was just
Pretty cool.
dumb luck, I think. I think it was your idea, Ty.
Yeah, we can actually open the floor kind of because we're I'm not gonna say we're at an impasse with this, but we were gonna do an episode in October on Jeffrey Dahmer, and the Dahmer series came out, I don't know, 8 or 9 months ago on Netflix. Would you guys what's your opinion on, you guys know who Jeffrey Dahmer is?
Yeah.
Would you listen to a podcast that is going over Dahmer again, or would you listen to a podcast that's going over something you haven't really heard prior?
I think people that I definitely have seen people get like hooked because it was a series, right?
Yeah,
You know,
and it was very well
and
received.
they were like staying up as late as possible
Yeah.
to try and get all of it in. I feel like if, especially if there's more information to be gained
than what you see on the series.
right.
Yeah.
If there's one more thing or a couple more things in there, that I think people would definitely be listening to that again.
Yeah, and especially if you give, because I don't remember what it actually was, because I only kind of like half looked at it and then forgot all of what I read. But they mentioned too, like in the series, they embellished a lot of things for the dramatic effect. Like the neighbor that he fed the sandwich to was like she wasn't this like hero they made her out to be, where she's always constantly like questioning, "What'd you do? What is this I smell?" She wasn't actually that person. She was really more kept to herself until kind of towards the end. So it's also like, here's what actually happened
Yeah.
would be a cool twist, because any of those things that you ever watch, I always wonder, even in the beginning, they always started off with like, based on true events. And like, okay, so 95% lies. Got it. And it kind of takes you out of it, because it's like some of the stuff that they put in, you're like, if that really happened, that's insane. So I think breaking down, like, no, here's like, did she really eat the sandwich? What really was this sandwich? Things like that might be interesting if you follow up on like the details of the insane stuff that he did. Or, I mean, all of it, I guess, was, hey, come home and here's a power drill. And you're like, all right, well, that's insane. But like detailing those things, I think with accuracy would be worth hearing,
Yeah,
and not the
Yeah.
embellished Hollywood side of
dissecting
it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know.
So Ty, there you
Yeah, I know.
There's your answer.
Okay, I got it. I'm
Oh
eating my
wow!
words here.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, it was no. I talked.
Well, why
to-
can't you do both?
We can, or we will. We only hit what, October. We only had 4 weeks, so we only had 4 topics that we could pick.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Dahmer, I talked him out of it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm eating my words right now, but we'll. You know what? Second week of November, we'll do.
Well,
Dahmer.
so what episode took place of it? What did you guys do?
We did our.
No, we did the Tiedemann house in
Last week's episode.
Columbus, or no, Cleveland, Ohio. Super haunted old. God, it was almost a castle that was built in like the the late 1800s. Super haunted.
Have you guys ever looked into Zambrano Hospital, the Children's Hospital in Burrville, Pasco?
No, in Rhode
It's-
Island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be crazy haunted.
Well,
So I used to bring patients up there, and they closed that children's hospital like a long time ago. Left everything.
Still standing.
Oh yeah,
Hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
oh yeah, everything. Toys, beds, like just
Cool.
shut the lights and left.
A lot of trigger objects there.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I have to look, but yeah, it's creepy. It's way out there.
We're in the talks of doing like a haunted Rhode Island, maybe in like November or December for an episode.
For
So
sure.
that might be something we can
Yeah,
add
I mean,
in.
that town has everything. Rhode Island, as Matt would say. You guys-
Including Narragansett.
Hey, look at that.
Hi, neighbor.
Made on honor, sold on merit.
That's Rhode Island pride. Chubby Dog Coffee. I'll glob onto their success. Let's go.
Maybe they'll make a porter for you with your coffee.
I hear we
never-
roast too, Narragansett.
Oh man, I mean, you guys did a haunted New England bars recently, right? That
Yeah,
was,
we did that
in
one.
September.
Yeah, we chatted about the Tavern on Main in Chepachet, Rhode Island.
Oh yeah,
Right down the road.
That's on the corner, right? It's on
Yeah, it's
a
right around.
corner.
Yeah, you go right around the roundabout.
Yeah.
You stay on 44,
Yeah.
and it's right there on your left. But that place, if you go on their website, actually, the Tavern on Main in Chepachet, there's the YouTube video that's now kind of infamous, where you see it's like a 25-second video, but you see a silhouette of someone walking horizontally across the floor plan.
Wow.
Oh.
Also, great food there too. I'm not trying to plug them, but that restaurant is absolutely fire.
Yeah. No, they're good.
You used fire. That was pretty smooth.
They're younger.
just
than
had
I
us.
to
often talk about the younger.
How old are you guys?
We just take
Don't
notes.
let the hair fool you.
We're only
What hair?
40. We're not that much older. We're both bald and have gray hair. Maybe a little pale.
What do you mean?
Oh man.
Yeah, that's fire. It doesn't sound right.
That really
Well,
does sound like
you
you're trying
didn't
to.
really use it right.
Well, not as rizzed as you, Kyle.
Ew.
You didn't use that right either.
Does that mean charismatic?
Yeah, but
If we turn
to
him into a
pick up
spirit tonight,
girls.
good, right?
Jeez. Oh man.
Anyway,
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, do you guys anybody got big plans for Halloween night?
Take the kids trick or treating.
Little trick or treating action?
Yep.
Nice.
There's
Does
a
working count?
That's a big plan. Sometimes.
Are you gonna hand out candy?
I am. All day, actually. If you wear a costume in Chubby Dog, we'll give you 10% off your drink, and we'll throw candy at you.
On
So-
top of the 10% I already
That's
get
so
with my mug.
generous.
Who's... Oh, okay. I thought someone was doing the wrong thing for you. I said charge double. But yeah, we're just, costume party in the Putnam location, and
Oh, up there.
we have alcohol in Danielson, so the costume party is just implied. It'll turn itself into one. Costumes and Narragansett beer.
We're there. We're there.
We're going to lose our sponsor tonight, right? I'm a little nervous.
I don't know. It's like Beetlejuice. How many times can you say it?
Well,
Yeah, until
3 times in a can.
Until Captain
It is
Quint
pretty-
shows up.
This shark, swallow you whole.
Actually, here's a question for everybody: what is the best candy to get on Halloween? If you're grabbing some candy out of your kid's little, I don't know, pillowcase, what are you grabbing? What are you taking from them?
I usually go for the peanut butter stuff, Reese's.
Nice.
My man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Butterfinger.
I got a real problem.
Butterfinger.
all day.
Butterfinger
Butterfingers?
too.
Nice.
Butterfingers.
Do you
slap.
find them ever? I feel like I don't see those. Like,
What? They're
when you're-
rare.
They're
Oh,
hard,
they're
they,
rare.
they're
Those are
harder to get.
rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But-
that's
Hard
like
to get.
They
They
are.
are the ever elusive
Yes.
candy of Halloween.
I'm a Butterfinger sommelier.
If you will. I don't actually like the full-size ones because it's too much. You want the small ones because you put the whole thing in your mouth because, yes, whatever they're made of inside is hard to bite through. It gets all caked in your front
Oh,
teeth. You don't
caked.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got rid of Butterfinger BBs, which were the best back in the day. They
I
were the
remember
little
those.
small,
Yep.
they're
They
like
sold
milk
them
duds,
at
basically.
Blockbuster for your
Yes,
movie. To go with
sure
your
did.
movie. Yes.
Wow.
While you
Butterfinger
swap
never
your
saw.
M-rated game for an E-rated game, you also got some BBs and went home. It was a good time.
Never even heard of them. BB.
So what's your
I'd say,
favorite?
I'm a big peanut butter guy, Reese's. I struggle though. This is a big debate every year, right? So Reese's always comes out with like seasonal stuff. Not really Halloween as much. Sometimes they have what's going on
Is
here?
this your first podcast?
Hey guys, I'm gonna start talking. If
Yeah,
you don't mind.
You know
I
what's
thought he was the tech
You know
guy.
what's crazy is the hair it pulled my headphones right off. Couldn't even hear anything.
Smooth. Smooth.
So Reese's always comes out with like a pumpkin, or they come out with like Santa, or Easter they come out with an egg. And my dispute is that it always tastes different than like a true
Always.
regular Reese's.
It does. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
And so I try and strive for always just a regular Reese's, either mini or regular size. But I'm a big anything chocolate.
Nice.
And realistically, my kid has to hate it for me for them to give it to me. So if they get to pick, we get very skim pickings for the adult.
Well, I remember in the 90s, Mom and Dad, Ty, used to always be like, hey, we got to check your candy before you guys dive into it.
Yep.
I
Do
guarantee
you guys do that
We still do that.
as
Oh.
Yeah,
parents?
Still do
Yeah.
that. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Then you
yeah.
look in and there's nothing but Whoppers and
Yeah.
almond joys. Like, what
Get
happened?
I
some
mean-
dots, like Smarties. Smarties.
There's always. I told them this weekend we went to like 3 different places for like events. They had one up at Woodstock Fairgrounds, and Putnam does a huge one. And I was like, oh, there's a 30% candy tax.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
every
dad
10
tax,
for every 10 you
sure.
get, we get 3.
We'd
But
teach them early.
How really?
yeah.
Yeah.
If everybody-
Taxation is theft. I'll tell you right now.
48 minutes in and we hit politics. I knew it would happen before
You're
the
welcome.
hour's up.
You're welcome.
Candy
This will go.
revolution.
Yeah, this is our viral video. Tariffs. How do we feel? No, but
Well,
the-
tariffs are.
But yeah, I think our kids are generous. They give 'em, but yeah, we do go through them because there's always some news article or something where people are putting razor blades in these things or
Just
this
some
and this.
ghoul. Just
Yeah,
It's
just like
Yeah.
scumbag.
stupid stuff, and
Yeah.
you're like, all right, it's got to be wrapped, not tampered with, and because there are people out there
I remember
like
that
Matt.
there was this time for a while, a couple of years ago, where they were handing out these like balls of caramel
Yeah.
popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is horrible.
But just
You're
loose.
just taking up
No,
space.
it's a ball
they-
put together.
and it was in a wrapper.
Yeah.
But it was like
Oh.
it's
It was like-
horrible tasting popcorn.
It was like
is what
baseball
was.
size.
Yeah,
right? It was
correct.
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing?
It's like
Yeah.
somebody giving you a toothbrush or
Yeah.
apple or like I don't know.
walnuts.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like, what the hell am I
know,
gonna do with this?
Anybody giving Whoppers out, I think, is just as bad.
Yeah, that's even worse. I liked when I would get like a bag of like a small bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
yeah, dude,
awesome.
fire.
when
Well, I
was
mean, like,
younger.
you know, you wash down the sugar with
Salty,
something
yeah,
better,
sweet,
you know?
yeah.
You're like, oh, I can
Then
It's the food groups.
Then you can go.
In America, it is, and
Yeah.
it may be at the top.
Is that MSG I'm tasting? I think so.
Man.
So, did you guys? I've done it once where you go trick or treating, and we'd hit a lot of houses because it was like by the time you could go just with your friends, your teenage years, get almost a full half of like a pillowcase or whatever, and then eat it all in the same week.
Week.
Week,
Oh yeah.
It lasted that long?
really?
You went a week?
You did it the full one night
Oh, as we're trick or treating, you're dunking your hand in the bag the
For
whole
sure.
time.
for sure, but
That bag's a
you
quarter gone
ate-
before I get in the car again. My parents picked me up.
and you ate the whole thing that night
Not that night, but
in the
Maybe a
week,
couple
within the
days.
week,
oh, yes.
within the week. That's what I mean. Yeah,
I thought you
I've
were
done
just
it once.
babying it.
no, I've done it once
Mm.
within the week. That's like
Sounds miserable.
I thought that was pretty big.
Oh, it's great.
I'm addicted to junk food. You gotta be.
I know you are.
like how?
I'm aware.
Well, you don't eat the whole bag. Like there's stuff that you pick out of that, right? There's
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
that you.
Well,
don't
there's
eat.
there's of course throwaway.
We did
Yeah,
just talk
like
about
Whopper.
the caramel candy
Yeah. Well, I'd-
popcorn.
yeah.
I'd say
Useful
half
for
of
like
it.
a doorstop.
I would argue half of what you get trick or treating you don't eat, or you trade for something else.
That's the
Yeah.
move.
I don't know
Yeah.
about half. I think that's.
I think one of the best traditions, right, is I mean, I grew up with two siblings, but we always went with friends, and you'd come home and you'd dump it on the floor,
Yeah.
and then you'd be like, "Oh, I don't like these, but can
Yeah.
I trade
Yeah,
for
the
this?"
candy
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah.
I'll
And
trade
then
two Laffy
Whoppers
Taffies.
were the only thing you could never get rid of.
Well, you always had a weird friend that liked the thing that you hated. Somebody always wanted, like, oh, are those Smarties?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll give you every single one that I have for one Crunch bar. And
The
they're like,
Smarties are a
deal.
huge. It's probably cheap.
They are.
They're a huge
Yeah.
Halloween.
But
Yeah,
Sweet Tarts
they're
exist.
always-
Can we stop? We all know. don't.
Sweet tarts, Canadian
Hey,
mints,
listen,
Necca wafers.
there
They're all
was
the
a-
same.
There's a
They're all
person.
disgusting.
There's a person that posted on the residence page today that encouraged people to go trick or treat on her street.
That just went blank. I don't know why.
Is the
All right,
studio
you're
haunted?
interrupting me.
Hackers.
Said doll.
On her street. Trick or treat on her street. She gave the street name for king size candy bars and stuff, and she had the picture of all of her king size boxes of stuff she bought.
She's gonna get mobbed.
Yeah, but she
Okay.
didn't give her address.
Get there
I-
early.
Say, that lady's asking to get her
Adam's
house
like,
egged.
Adam's knocking on doors today.
Oh, yeah. This is a costume. Give me.
The neighborhood that we go to is very popular, and there's a couple of them that we've known for years. And it's funny because when our kids show up, they're like, "Oh, you get from this," and it's like a king size rather than what they're handing out to everybody
Oh.
else. So like that happens at like 3 or 4 of the other
Oh
places
yeah,
that we
the
go to
houses
in
that like your
neighborhood.
parents are friends with.
Yes,
That you
yeah,
like instead
yeah.
of just the little bowl that you get to pick one from, you get the bag of like 5 full size and a couple of small ones. And you're
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah.
Mom
So,
and Dad hooked me up.
yeah.
Great.
My kids don't even know it or appreciate it, but they have that.
I'm gonna
You know
go,
what's
I'll
funny?
go trick or treating with you. I'll hold your
You're
hand.
working.
Bring it to me.
Yeah, it's we can buy anything we want.
Oh, especially the
But
day after Halloween.
high-
Everything's
But the
dirt cheap.
high of getting like a specific candy or size in a bag is like so much better
Yeah,
than
yeah.
just going to
It's-
CVS and buy 75% off.
I will say through most of my high school years, I didn't care. I was like, oh, I can drive. Let's just go to the CVS and buy 89 cents and get 8 times the candy.
Yeah, plus, I mean, I could avoid all those interactions with people at
Well,
the doors.
that's on you. I did it with friends.
How long did it take you to trick or treat? A long time, huh?
What do you mean? Like,
I'm talking to
For the
everybody
night?
at the door.
oh no, that didn't happen. We were on a mission. We had one year we filled pillowcase, like filled. Like we were like, we need some more.
Too to carry it.
Yeah, it was like tough to carry. So we would there's First, Second, and Third Street in Plainfield, over where all the Little League fields are and stuff. There's hundreds of houses there. That's
Yeah, houses are close together.
That's right.
You have
We
to
go
you
with
have
my
to
buddy.
plot a plan, right? You go to like these expensive neighborhoods, you got to bank on king size candy bars, and then when you don't get them, you're disappointed. So it's like, do you go for quantity or quality?
There is that, but also there's I've noticed with the higher end neighborhoods, more than half of them are shut the lights off and aren't there, or don't participate.
That's a gamble.
So that's the gamble.
It's so weak. It's so weak.
Yeah,
Well, I
just
think-
enjoy.
I think that candy's only half of it when you're younger. Like I feel like
Yeah.
I would go to neighborhoods or houses that were really decorated. Like they had the tombstones up
Yeah.
front, and they had like speakers and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I
Yeah,
would go,
people
even
that
if they
go all
gave out Whoppers.
Mm.
Like, I'll go through this stuff because it's like a scare walk.
Yeah.
Get a Whopper and then go back.
I
You ever-
love the fact that nobody likes Whoppers. This is
You like Whoppers?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't. I was just.
My mother-in-law likes Whoppers,
do.
so I would. But we found somebody to give them all to, so she has it for the whole year.
To me, I can do like 10 of them, and then the flavor is just like
Yeah.
Come in packs of
I don't-
3, so you
yeah,
got
I
to
don't
either do
hate
9 or 12.
Yeah, well,
Now you guys have when we were growing up, there were a neighbor, not my neighborhood, but a neighborhood near our house. They were called drop-off neighborhoods. So parents would drive to like literally the
Yeah.
outskirts,
yeah.
drop them off, and Bunny Lane's kind of like that.
I wasn't gonna mention that, but yeah.
If you want to stalk Matt on Thursday,
He
What-
may or may not look like this.
I don't know. Should we do this?
I don't think we're at risk of adding people to this Halloween area. But I'll tell you, there was somebody on the Facebook page for Brooklyn that got candy donations for residents in that area because there's so many trick or treaters. If you
Yeah.
felt like you needed more candy or needed help buying candy, that people donated, and you could sign up and you'd receive bags of candy to hand out, which I thought was great.
Yeah, they're doing a lot with that now because it is. I mean, it's crazy expensive.
Yeah,
I-
several $100s.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think I'd do that and just not hand out the candy.
turn your lights off.
Thank you. See ya.
Yeah, I don't think
I have a
Lock the
PTO
door.
day for this.
Yeah, I don't
Been
think
saving
she's
all
gonna-
year for this.
You're eating Christmas Reese's. Oh man,
That's funny. But yeah, Halloween's always fun. It's a good hang.
it's my
Yeah.
favorite. It's
I-
just so much fun.
Yeah.
I like Halloween because there's zero stress. It's not like Thanksgiving or
Yeah.
Christmas where you have to prepare these big meals or have a ton of people come over your house.
Zero stress.
family
You weren't on the
obligations.
receiving end of this costume change.
And, and
Was
you look
podcast.
great.
So, we were stressed out before. Now we're okay. The lumberjack thing threw us off.
I feel like the Joker's offspring would be a lumberjack.
Joker's offspring. That's a leap.
Wow.
You probably needed a sign.
Definitely older than me.
But yeah, I get it. Halloween, like, you have no obligation.
Yeah, you
right?
just you get together and have a good time.
But
That's
you,
it.
you guys also don't have kids, so it's a little bit different.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we don't put on the makeup and stuff, so my wife has to do that. My daughter's Wednesday this year,
Nice.
and so that required similar to what I have on right now. But
She's-
and then she had to do mine today. So, yeah, but
she's going to be good at Wednesday. That's
She
gonna
is.
Be a
She's-
character she can nail.
you should see the pictures from this weekend. She didn't smile once. But yeah, I think actually starting with Halloween, right? Each holiday gets a little bit more stressful, right? Like you're at Halloween, you're like, yeah, not much of an obligation. Thanksgiving, you're like, yeah, I probably should bring a dish, right? And then Christmas, you're like, now we have presents. You know?
Yeah, it's prepping you for what's to come. So
Yeah. Yeah, I wish Christmas. I love Christmas, but I wish it would morph more into like one Secret Santa gift or one Yankee gift rather than one person gets gifts for everybody kind of thing, and just more about the meal like Thanksgiving.
you should sit down and watch Charles Dickens or read Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody should live
You've
by that book.
Never seen
the whole thing.
Christmas Carol?
I've seen it.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
like it's Christmas
Seen it,
horror.
like,
Oh no,
couple of
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Disney
Oh
Plus.
yeah.
Oh, I guess you have the ghosts and stuff.
Yeah. You three ghosts that come back and haunts Ebenezer Scrooge.
You guys
And
do this every year
we
for
watch
Christmas.
Well, oh, no, not that.
not a podcast, but
But I think that the story or the message behind A Christmas Carol is what everybody should live by.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and it has a spooky flair to it, so just even better.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think gifts definitely like taint
100%.
that
I-
part of Christmas.
I think it's the obligation of gifts. To me, I actually enjoy gift giving, but I only like it when I see something that immediately it reminds me of so and so. So
Yes.
I'm like, oh, got to get this for them, that kind of thing.
You know,
but it
what's
doesn't.
funny? You've
Like
never
next
given me a
year,
gift.
I may not see something that reminds me of them, so I don't get them one. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's just the way.
It's
it
when
is.
you have the list of people and you're like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, I gotta go get something for you, and like you don't zero idea of what it is. You like the person, but it's like, how do you tell them I didn't get you a
Right.
gift because I don't know a thing about you and I don't know what
Yeah.
to get you. You
Oh,
have
it's
the
like
thing
wha-
I wanted to get you, so Merry Christmas. You
Well,
shake their
that-
hand.
Yeah.
That's what you're buying for. You're buying for people that have money that can buy the things they like. So then you're like, okay, well, what do I get that's like sincere? And that's what makes it even harder, right?
Right.
That's why I love you.
At the beginning, I did say, did I silence my phone?
You did. I
Yes.
remember.
I silenced it. That's the alarm comes through.
Alarm.
Yeah.
So what? Wake up.
7. I
We're an
am
hour in.
trying to stop eating after
Oh.
7 o'clock. I'm trying to. I just got back from the.
Ooh,
tour.
dining spooky.
I
Cutting
Diet-
carbs is
just-
scary.
I just
That's
got
right.
back from the Florida Keys and I'm fat.
You did- it looks like you had a couple
feel
keys to that ring.
disgusting.
That's not true. Earlier when he took his shirt off for me, wait, you guys remember that?
Man, I must have been roofied again because I don't remember that at all.
You
Mic
can't
up?
say that on the air.
Wait, yeah, I can't say the F bomb, but you can make that joke.
Content is content.
The F bomb has context.
Just because you get roofied doesn't mean horrible things happen to you. It just means you
I
forget
don't-
a portion of
I
time.
I don't.
I
It's
bet you-
implied that horrible things
Yeah,
can
yeah,
happen to you.
exactly. What scenario is a roofie done for good?
A nap.
Touche.
I would absolutely.
You know what? You're
if
right. I bet a roofie nap. Oh, I bet that's fire.
Listen,
Like-
I'm not going to tell you
Did
this.
he use it right?
Good use of the word.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm under 40. I get it. I know how the kids speak.
Yeah, this podcast is fire.
Oh, this podcast is gas. But you're right.
Yes. Okay.
Another dumb thing to say. I hire too many people that are
Don't
like
you
20
have
years
like
old. Yes.
hipsters that come into your place?
No, no, no. Most of my employees are the age where they say those words unironically, and then I go, "Why did you just say that word?" And then they go, "Oh, "You're old, Adam." I'm like, "Shut up."
We're gonna need you to journal.
Although I'm pretty sure earlier I said gnarly unironically, so who am I to make fun of them?
You are Green Day. So
I had a surgeon use the word gnarly. Is that bad?
That's, yeah, I wouldn't. I'll
That's
get a
bad.
second opinion.
Never a good thing.
Yeah.
It was already done.
Oh, then you're fine.
I think gnarly needs to come back. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
That word is awesome.
It's gnarly.
I feel like it's real. Like, I don't know, like the
It's-
meaning of it and everything. It's not like just some made up thing like fire.
No, and I agree.
Yeah.
I've caught myself saying gnar.
Yeah. yeah.
No.
Like, yeah.
Well, you're
That's-
you're a snowboarder.
Oh,
True, I guess
yeah,
it's
shred.
Yeah,
You
okay,
gotta
all right.
shred.
You gotta
Yeah.
shred that gnar.
Shred the gnar. Yeah, you're
NAR,
right.
like National Association of Realtors.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Are you or
You're making it worse. Gee. Oh man.
This podcast is probably.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have read your advertisement tonight. But yeah, so Christmas and Charles Dickens and Christmas Carol, yeah, good stuff. They, it definitely just. I mean, I've seen it in plays numerous times. Trinity Rep does an awesome one in Providence, and the Bushnell does great ones, and I think we struggle as society everywhere, right, with Christmas and just trying to not make it about good.
This guy is evil Santa.
Yeah, you are
Calling it
you are
right now.
Krampus. Are you what is it, Belschnickel?
You're Belschnickel.
You are Belschnickel. Or yeah,
Cheer
Black
or
Peter.
fear.
Yeah.
I I thought about being the Heat Miser. You remember that cartoon?
Oh, hell,
A year without a Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, coal miser, yeah.
Yeah, thought about being him, but that took a lot more than what I am right now.
Do you guys have any favorite costumes that you dressed as for Halloween? Like anything stand out?
Ninja,
What age were you when you did that?
like
41.
10
Last year.
like 10 through 13.
This was 4 hours ago.
He took it off because he's like, well, I'm not going to show up on the camera.
When I showed up, he was doing somersaults in a full leotard.
If I could do that.
Ninja. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a costume that I've worn, but my dad forever wore a homemade Burger King costume. So he looked like the Burger King. He had a natural beard like the Burger King. Everything.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
And
yeah.
okay.
even trick or treating with my kids in 2016, 2017 in Putnam, he wore it to that event.
So cool.
Yeah.
There's no more Burger King, right? Like there's no more person that is
well,
the insignia. It's not
the
like
burger
Wendy's.
burglar.
No, that's the hamburger.
no, that's the
Hamburger.
hamburger.
No, like the
and-
king.
Yeah.
He's not there anymore.
King.
Yeah,
is
I
he?
don't think
Well,
I
it's
don't
not
think he's a mascot anymore.
No, I don't think
they,
so.
I don't. But
I didn't know
the
that Burger King was still doing business. but-
I went there on Saturday night.
Way to get those corporate sponsors.
I don't want them.
They still exist. Never heard of them.
I don't
Yes,
want
you
'em.
do.
Back
You
to
want
our
them.
theme, small business.
Yeah, you're right. If
Brought
they came
to
here and
you
said like, "Hey, we'll give
by
you 500 grand," like,
Burger King.
nah.
Yeah, home of the Whopper. I thought that within the last 5 years, they had some commercials where they had like a plastic-looking Burger King. Remember that? He was like dancing around. Doing
Yes.
some
It's like a
stuff.
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was them fading.
But I
out.
haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, we've cut cable and like watch Hulu and stuff. So I don't know if we're losing track of that type of advertisement. But
That's awesome though. Your dad looked and dressed
Yeah.
like him.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great costume.
yeah.
Yeah, we actually had a buddy who showed up with the Halloween party we went to as just a Domino's delivery driver. And he called himself the Dough Daddy. That was on his name tag.
I
was like,
actually
this is-
delivered for Domino's in high school. It was the best job I ever had. All of my friends worked there. It was fantastic. And all of my friends will say, yep, best job we ever had.
Wait,
It was
Better than host of a podcast?
wow.
Well,
You know what your loyalties
if,
are.
well,
It's not a job if you're not paid.
Did you
oh,
Did you
yeah,
get
that's part of it.
No.
free pizza? Or
Oh God, yeah.
free pizza?
So,
Oh,
so Cumberland Farms was right next door. So we would buy like Hershey's and Marshmallow. We would invent our own pizzas that then they come out with like 10 years later, like the Rocky Road pizza, like these dessert type pizzas. But yeah, I had all my friends from high school working there. I started at 15 and worked inside, and then you're supposed to be 18 to deliver, and I think I was like 16 and a half, 17, had my license, and we were like drowning, and my boss was like, yeah, just take deliveries. And it was like a whole new world, because at that time you got minimum wage plus tips, and it was like, oh, I'm never coming back.
$4 an hour.
You went Jordan Belfort.
Oh man! Oh yeah, that's it. That was it. Turn the corner. I was like, that's it. I'm not making another pizza again. Domino's delivery driver. Where did you get? Was it like an actual uniform?
yeah, he
Amazon.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess.
But then he did it to the nines. I was like, this guy looks great.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
he had like an empty pizza box, and he like taped nips to it and like candy to it. So he'd like walk up and
That's
open
cool.
it. You could grab whatever you want.
Nice.
Oh, that guy
Did you
rules.
guys tip him?
No, we didn't.
Wow.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
Well, he didn't have a tip jar. You know?
yeah,
But
and
if
it
you-
wasn't delivery.
Oh. And well, it wasn't DiGiorno.
It wasn't
either.
DiGiorno either.
Hey, you know how some bars have a shot glass person that goes around
Yeah,
selling
It's
shots?
just called the shot boy.
Shot boy.
I
Not a
think
shot glass person.
he's
that
being
person.
politically correct.
that was very sensitive of you.
You knew what I was talking about.
Very
I should do
gender
that too.
neutral.
Well, if you do that with
Yeah, go ahead.
your bar,
And what else? Go ahead.
you have a
Finish your
guy
thought.
dressed up and do the shots
Dressed
and
up like
sell
what?
shots for you.
What would he be dressed up as?
The Domino's delivery guy. I don't know.
That seems like somehow it would get sued by Domino's. If I'm making
I
money
think
in
it's
my
free
business-
advertising.
No.
Yeah,
He's the entrepreneur.
intellectual property or advertising.
Ah.
We'll figure that out later. Let the lawyers talk.
If Domino's wants to advertise.
Not Burger King. No. Domino's.
You could just get the generic pizza delivery guy outfit.
I could.
Like,
Listen, the reason shot girls existed was because they were attractive and
Yes.
sold shots to men. That's what happened at bars.
Well, that's why I did that at a gay bar because
Right.
it's the same principle.
Yeah,
It's- you
exactly.
gotta sell the.
So dressing up as a pizza delivery guy covering
You-
every part
It
of your
depends
body.
on what
You're
part
right.
of that uniform you cut off.
Also, pizza delivery.
Be
guy,
creative,
You're
guys.
on slippery slopes there, my friend. That is.
I believe there's a whole
Person.
genre for that.
If you want to find that on OnlyFans,
I can't swear, but you guys can talk about this stuff.
right?
Listen, it only looks for swears.
We
Come
go-
on,
You're
give it
right.
whatever you want.
We're going to the edge.
We're well over the edge.
So anyway, what's your favorite costume?
I think mine was Ghostface when I was like 14 years old when
Cool.
the original Scream came out.
Okay.
Yeah, I dressed up as him. Loved it.
That's still happening. There were kids in Putnam that had that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
that's evergreen now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
timeless.
That's never gonna not be a thing.
Scream 7? Yeah, Scream 7
Scream 7.
is coming
Yeah.
out
Next year.
January 2025, 2026.
Great release date.
I can't
Mm.
remember. Yeah, I don't know.
When people are poor after Christmas and it means nothing.
Stop going live. We're gonna put this one out in January.
January. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly can't recall any costume I've been super like hyped about. I do love the take on Michael Myers I did this past weekend. That was from Halloween Ends, so like the newer franchise for Halloween. But God, other than that, I think actually my mom sent me a picture. My dad was holding me on his shoulder when I was like 2.5, and I was a pirate, and he was like a bigger pirate, so that was pretty badass.
He didn't make you be
You
the
could have been
bird.
like a parrot.
Should have been the parrot.
He probably said that same thing waking up the
Yeah.
next morning.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had such a good opportunity, but we fumbled it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's never been any costume I've been super excited about.
You always play like a good demon costume, like when you do your contacts and your makeup really well. and
Yeah,
you-
you're not wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty good. One
and
year.
the prosthetic horns and stuff.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did the
Yeah, those looked awesome.
the demon that held the Annabelle doll.
Mhm.
That was pretty notorious movie and pretty notorious story. Actually from Connecticut as well. But I did a rendition of the demon that possessed the Annabelle doll, which was pretty cool. But
From Connecticut? Did it really happen?
yeah, so she's actually held in I believe it's Danbury, right north of Danbury in the town of Monroe, in the Warrens Occult Museum. The Annabelle doll is there.
Oh, that's right. I did. Okay, so and when other people hold her, they're
You're not allowed to hold her.
right. There's like a problem or whatever.
Yeah, so
arises.
there was one guy who went into the museum when it was still open. It's not open anymore, and he got into like a confrontation with her or it, and started yelling at it and saying it's not real. Then he got on his motorcycle with his girlfriend, crashed into a tree, and he passed away. Like a couple hours
Wow.
later. I used to actually live right down the road from the museum when I was living in Monroe, so super spooky. But another, I don't know, part of the layer cake on why Connecticut is super.
You ever done a podcast on it?
We did way back in the
Yeah.
day.
He did
but
the Annabelle
think-
doll. Yeah.
not.
I think that's
available
why I know
anymore.
about it. I listened to their podcast.
Also, a multi-million or billion-dollar movie.
Yeah, you're
now.
the only education I've got. No, or
See, this is the danger of putting stuff on the internet.
You were a smart man. Well, we did the Seekers of the Supernatural Paracon 2 years ago at Mohegan Sun, and I want to say it's Lorraine's stepson.
Yes, I do believe so.
So Ed and Lorraine were the demonologists and paranormal investigators back in the 70s and 80s. They passed away, but they collected all of this. I don't know, these trigger objects, I guess, right? Is that right?
Oh, you're talking to me? Yes.
Yes. I know, I'm like,
Sounds like our show. All over again. Yeah, they were like occult objects,
Well,
like things that have been used in rituals and
yeah.
allegedly haunted items.
Yep. And so when we went there, it was kind of like a traveling sort of, not really a circus, but they brought different things from Ed and Lorraine's museum. And one of the things was the Annabelle doll. And Ryan and I took pictures in front of it. And you could, I don't want to say you could feel something because that just makes me sound crazy. But it was in a glass case and I personally, like, when we took the picture, we had a guy take a bunch of photos of us, and Ryan was like, let's take some more, and I was like, I'm done. I don't want to take any more photos with it because I just felt like there was something attached to it.
And the guy who ended up it was in a glass case that's blessed by a priest. But he said to us that we were the first people in the museum that day because we were part of the convention going on. And we went in and he said, yeah, 5 minutes ago, we put her in her case last night sitting in the chair. We walked in this morning and her face was on the glass leaning, like trying to get the door open. And I was like, okay, let's
So they
get
still
out of here.
touch her and pick her up then.
Apparently, they use gloves.
Yeah, they
blessed
don't
by a
use
priest.
their actual hands.
Oh, that's the trigger.
Yeah, well, I guess
Apparently.
yeah,
Or it's just the money grab. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I guess it comes down to like kind of what you believe in and all that stuff. But I don't know. It just felt very, very strange when I was standing in front of it, taking photos with it.
Yeah.
And it's something though that we've always wanted to go down to the Monroe area and sort of do the Ed and Lorraine Occult Museum. But I'm not sure if they just have like sort of like soft openings or they just have certain times a year where they're open.
I think they do, yeah.
But yeah, we haven't been able to get tickets to it yet.
Why do we keep calling it her?
Annabelle?
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's
man.
creeping me out, man.
Her or it? What do you prefer?
I don't know. I would. Okay. Again,
Is it,
slippery slope. Slippery
she,
slope.
her. I don't even know the story behind that.
I just feel like the clown it is worse. Like when you like.
Well, that's
you-
fictional.
But you're giving her it that persona.
It's not a
It.
woman or a
It's-
man. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that makes it worse.
Yeah.
I think.
What a
And you're
time to
in
be
a way you
alive.
could be disrespecting her. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
I
You don't know
just
her
said her.
Curse
Isn't
the
it?
hell out of you.
If you don't know their pronouns,
You are doomed.
What was your question?
I don't know the story about Annabelle.
Oh, that's
So yeah.
You want this one, Ty?
episode number.
this isn't even on our platform anymore.
You haven't. Oh,
This was really early on in our podcasting career. 2020.
This was one of the original 5.
Yeah, this was one of our OG ones where
okay.
we when we
This
sat
is-
down and wanted to do a podcast. We're like, yeah, Annabelle will be number, I don't know, 3 or 4 or something like that.
Oh, so this was. Oh, I mean, you live there, so that was probably higher on the list for things.
Exactly.
But I guess a woman went into it was honestly kind of like Jeremiah's Antiques, where she went into an antique store in South Central Connecticut and she found a Raggedy Ann doll, and she was buying it for her daughter, who was a nurse down in a hospital somewhere in like New Haven or somewhere like that. And apparently, the doll itself was possessed since day one. So
Really?
no one really knows why or where the Raggedy Ann doll itself came from. We know that the Raggedy Ann was produced on a mass scale
Yeah.
back in like the late 60s, early 70s, but they don't know where this one came from specifically.
So this is specifically the Raggedy Ann. It is Raggedy Ann brand.
Yes, exactly. Yep. So so picture that doll, and that's what is allegedly possessed as the Annabelle doll.
That's
Yeah, these creepy just normally.
Yeah, the one that's afraid of dolls over there. Out of his mind.
what an episode to come on.
Can we
No
just stop
need to go to
talking, guys?
Monroe. Ever.
Oh man, what you pouring, man?
I am pouring Narragansett
Wow. Oh, thank you.
Gourd Reaper. You guys want to
Oh.
talk about it? Seeing how it's your sponsor.
Yeah, so this is a new release from Narragansett. This is their new, actually, I guess it's not technically new because it came out in September, but
Well, new this year.
yeah,
Anything new in marketing is 6 months or younger.
okay.
All
I got some.
Thanks,
Learned that.
Professor.
I learned that in the marketing class.
But yeah, this is their the newer fall drop from Narragansett. I've never tried it before, so this is going to be a live taste test. So I'm very excited about
I
this.
feel like
It
this,
smells amazing.
Smelled up the spices.
yeah, this is
Sorry,
kind of
open
like
it.
their answer to the Shipyard Pumpkinhead. That same concept where it's very fall oriented, and I'm sure it's going to be a limited release. So
You
Yeah,
could have
I-
just said pumpkin beer.
yeah, well, Shipyard Pumpkinhead is
yeah.
the apex.
Yeah.
of
Oh,
pumpkin beer.
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys are interested, go to narragansett.beer.com and or visit their brewery in Providence, Rhode Island. Tell them that the Brown Brothers Haunting Hour sent you. So that's my
Nice.
My shameless plug.
There you
Oh,
go.
Here's
shit.
that.
Cheers. Here's to Halloween and
Cheers, gentlemen.
stuff that freaks you out.
Yeah, dolls. Running a business.
Now I can't wait to find that doll.
I'll never come back here.
I'm gonna mess with Adam so bad. you think it's
don't-
not gonna show up in your shop?
You don't think I won't burn it and send you the video? Because I will.
No, put it in his car, like in the passenger seat.
I'll
or the
burn my
back
car.
seat.
Hello, insurance. It was haunted, guys. Come on. Pay up.
You know how insurance works.
Yeah,
You're
I
an
have gap
entrepreneur.
insurance. It's fine.
This is good.
It's banging.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
That's good.
Very good.
Yeah, I feel like in the pumpkin world, everybody's just chasing Shipyard, right? And they always have.
The pinnacle.
And I have friends that do a pumpkin beer tasting every year, and so they can't repeat either. So every year they have to bring 4 or 6, right? They all pick one, and you can't repeat. And it's just like so hard to compete with Shipyard. Just their recipe is incredible.
What was that one we had last year? It was like a milkshake pumpkin
No
something
clue.
or other stout. That was really good.
No
it was like
idea. You must be
it was like
joking.
chunks of
Ew, that's
pumpkin.
disgusting.
Chunks of
God,
pumpkin.
that sounds
It was
horrendous.
like chunks of pumpkin.
In the
Tastes
beer?
Like chunks of pumpkin. No, not in the beer, but
Oh,
it was like
okay.
it tastes like chunks of pumpkin.
I know
It
Sam
was like-
Adams
like a-
had a
Like
they
their big
had
thing
a-
was like it's got real pumpkin taste, not just like a sliver of
Yeah.
pumpkin. You know,
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Sam
like-
Adams had 10,000 pumpkins or something. It was not very good. It was very bitter.
oh really?
And I think that's the biggest thing with Shipyard. It's like just everything is so
But
balanced.
sweet. It's
right?
a it's a
Yeah.
it's a dessert beer. You rim the glass with the caramel and the cinnamon sugar.
You'd like
It's-
that,
it's-
wouldn't you?
You do caramel? Wow.
I know. And my shirt's
How
off.
do you afford that?
Well, so I don't sponsor you guys.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've had the
Caramel.
brown sugar and cinnamon rimmed glass for that stuff. I actually had one this past week.
Yeah, but they usually dip it in a moist, like sponge, and then they just
Right.
do it with that. No,
Yeah.
You win the pot.
Caramel.
You
You
said,
do it
"Boy,
caramel."
you win the pot. And you used it appropriately.
that's fire.
Yeah, they some do caramel, some just wet the.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter at that point. you're just drunk. You don't care.
Well, the first one, caramel.
Well, yes.
The
Oh,
next-
yeah, yeah.
the
You
next
delight the taste
6.
buds in the first one. After that, though, you don't even put the rim on anymore. Just say it's there. Oh, yeah. One big sip around Eugene Simmons, the whole thing. You guys got sound effects now.
We did before. We just didn't know how to use it.
I
First
didn't-
hour and a half. with
Right.
No sound effect.
I thought I was having a stroke. I was like, does anyone else? Why is no one else reacting to that noise?
Sometimes, we're growing.
You really are.
Yeah.
So yeah, the mixer always had them. There's different screens to it, and I had it shifted to like custom screens where you put your custom sound effects on.
Mhm.
So those are blank. So if you hit the button, nothing happened. So then one day we had the kids on
Oh yeah.
around here. It was really funny because all the kids were just hanging out doing a podcast. We weren't recording it, but then I forget what I did.
It was a happy act.
But I got the screen back, and I was like, "Oh, that's right. We can do this."
Oh, don't do that for him.
Was that applause?
Yeah.
I thought it was rain hitting a roof.
Well,
That was horrible.
it's open to interpretation. You can even like fade it in, like.
Oh,
All right,
thank you.
simmer
I know.
down,
Chubby
simmer
Dog
down.
does roast.
The fade in is way better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I like it when
Noted.
they can tell it's just abrupt.
I didn't even know that if you hit the button again, it stopped.
Yeah, that's it. You can just leave it on.
Is this episode 54 and you just figured that
Hey,
out?
It's not just episode 54. It's also the 3rd year I've been working on this.
Oh, even better.
You're 3 with no money.
But now a
we
working
got-
soundboard.
Wait a minute.
We
this
got
is
paid.
like entrepreneurship.
Cheers.
I'm already out.
You're gonna pay for
Just
my
like
gas to get here,
entrepreneurs.
right?
yeah.
Good thing you don't live far.
Well, soundboards are good because it wakes people up. You
Yeah.
know?
I think it's more amusing. It's just
Oh yeah,
hysterical.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. We put it. We try to plug that every once in a while for us too.
Yeah, for sure.
You have like a digital soundboard on your on the app.
I usually like cut and paste it into our actual episode. So
Where do you get it from?
usually the internet. It's a lot of Michael Scott. A lot of Michael
Really?
Scott.
He's on there a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What's Michael Scott?
Whoa!
Oh,
Get out.
Man.
Just leave.
he's from The Office.
Remember that show that
Steve
The other
Carell-
show I didn't watch.
God,
What?
just laugh you right out of here. Joker.
Weren't you participating earlier in Office references?
No,
Yeah, where were you?
No, I
didn't.
was watching you guys do them. That was pretty good.
he was a spectator.
He really was.
It's amazing when you don't say anything, people don't even notice.
He's such a big fan. He won't even bring his. He doesn't even want to talk about it.
Oh man, good stuff.
No, that's right. You actually said I looked like somebody from The Office.
Nope, I did.
With
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Somebody did.
I said you looked like Kevin with his makeup,
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
and then
me.
we went off on
Which-
an Office tangent.
Right. And that
You
one-
got none
and
of
I
it.
just watched.
You just giggled. You're like everyone else is laughing. Yeah, right.
Actually, I was more thinking about the moment of, do I tell them that I've never watched this? It's like, it'll be funny because they'll make fun of me more. I don't
Yeah.
care.
100% you need to, leaving tonight,
Yes.
go onto Peacock and watch season 2, episode 1, and just roll from there.
I do have Peacock.
Yep, go for
Do
it.
you?
Yeah.
Your life will
Yep.
be changed.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's,
It was
it's-
part of the. Actually, I have it. I think until Black Friday because we got it on a Black Friday deal. It was like $5 for Hulu, Peacock, and something else.
Probably should stop saying Black Friday.
True. I'm hurt.
That's the one I meant to play.
3 years and don't know how to actually use it yet.
Well,
Oh, no.
they're not labeled. so-
3 more years they will be.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
We got to get some tape.
Listen,
Yeah, someone
gonna-
says something really depressing, and you just hit the everyone's clapping. Yeah, all right.
but that's our brand.
That's why we like coming on the show.
Oh man, Halloween's 2 days away.
Yeah. And you're going like that?
No, I'm gonna go as normal. Where's Waldo?
Normal.
Sarah, yeah,
So
Sarah's
just
going.
no eye makeup.
Yeah, Sarah's
Yeah.
going as Wanda Waldo. So, yes,
Okay.
no eye makeup.
No, yeah.
Do you know what Wanda Waldo is?
I assume Waldo's wife.
I don't really know if it's his
I
wife
don't know
or
if they're
not.
married.
Oh, that's true. I don't want to label.
Yeah, this
Waldo's-
is 2024.
Yeah, Waldo's.
I feel like I would have been invited to the wedding, but
Does she wear the same stupid outfit that he does? Is it just,
yeah,
you
but
just-
she has a skirt and socks.
Oh, that's very misogynistic. She
Whoa.
can wear jeans and his power skirt if she wants to.
She is a she.
But why don't they just wear whatever they want?
You can leave.
Bye. I'm not going to be a part of this conversation.
Does Waldo have long hair? Am I missing something with this?
no,
this
no,
is,
he's the Waldo that was never found.
Yeah.
Right now.
That's why it's genius.
Yeah. Waldo was never found.
We don't know where he got that
Hair.
walking stick either. It just
Got it.
It was part of his journey.
Waldo has a staff.
Yeah, they call it a staff and everything.
Green Day.
My bad.
Did you ever read the book?
Read the book.
Yeah,
You just
read-
find
read
them.
the book. You mean
There's
the
always
words.
There was always a thing.
3 foot tall books that just had a bunch of little people in it?
No, up in the upper left-hand corner.
No, there was
always
never
a little
words.
something.
I've never
The
seen if they're
original
all- I've never
blue
seen-
book.
Now
which
what,
I
back in-
Is that
still
what
have.
you counted as
88?
reading for your
My-
weekly, your
Well,
daily reading?
How did you do it? Actually,
the-
read a book. But no, they had a little blurb in the corner of each one of them.
If that's
Oh,
true,
did
I
it say
never noticed.
where's
His letters.
Waldo?
The first
Is
one
that all?
was his postcards writing home. The original book. You guys are all too young.
No, you're thinking of something different, man.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Matt, our books were like 2 feet tall and were just pictures.
Yeah.
Was this in 1962? What
There was
what
a blue
was
one, a
this?
red one, a yellow one.
He has
This
the-
pre or post World War II?
he does have a lot of stuff handed down from his dad. I don't know when Where's Waldo came out.
It must have been the 60s, if not
Oh.
earlier.
Yeah, it
Actually, I mean, that kind of gives me 70 vibes too. But
cause, yeah, 'cause it has like Charlie Brown vibes, like with the characters.
yeah,
That very undetailed bodies and faces.
It's very colorful.
Yeah, like if we just blast their faces with color, they're not going to notice there's zero line detail in
We're
anyone's
all
face.
way off. 1987 was when it was introduced.
I mean, the 70s aren't way off.
Yeah.
Martin
10 years.
from
10
the
yeah.
60s.
I said 60s or 70s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I said post World War II.
Yeah.
That leaves the
We're
pot
in-
open.
we're
for
in there.
interpretation. Yeah, we are in there, aren't we?
If the
We're
universe
also-
is 6 billion years old, I
Yeah.
think 20 or
We're
40 years
also,
isn't that bad.
We're also post Vietnam War. We're post, right?
Yeah.
We're post, yeah. But what are we pre to? That's the big question.
Russia and
We're
Ukraine.
free. Yeah.
No, we're in that now. I don't even know what you would say if you're in and out. Oh, here he goes.
Here
He
he comes
looks
with his not
very confident.
She actually got the ball.
Oh, look, I remember that book.
So
I got that at the Scholastic Book Fair.
That's right.
So
Absolutely.
this further proves my point because this is not the original blue book that I had. This is the one that my son has.
So
But
this is a new one that is different than the ones that we had.
Good Lord, he has a cane.
Yeah.
he's got a cane, not a staff.
Whatever.
The wizard that you look for later has a staff.
Sure. That's
Oh,
why
I remember the wizard.
And this is reading with words.
You said this is a new version of Waldo. so this is
how
not
they all
the-
were.
No,
Yes,
I
they
think
were.
you're lying.
This is trademark 2016.
He did say.
He's writing letters home.
What?
did
Yeah,
say it
he's
was
right.
postcards.
I want to see when was this
It's
book.
based on the original. They
No.
just put them in different
Don't
spots.
say based. Movies are based on true events, and they're all fake. What's the published date on that?
Oh God.
Yeah, it's in
Now
the
you want me
front.
to read?
Well, yeah, you're bragging about how you can read Waldo books.
Should be down there.
Copyright 1987.
Ooh, and
That's copyright. That's the Waldo franchise
oh, I
copyright. When was
just
that book?
dropped that. That was when it was. When it came out.
1997.
You're just saying dates now.
Second U.S. edition, 1997.
Okay.
So the original books were all blue. They didn't have this banner around
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So this is a forgery.
Yeah, it looks like
Y'all
it.
were wrong. I was
Didn't have
right.
Words.
Good call, Cotton. Looks like it.
We're super sharp now.
I think you 3D printed that when you were upstairs. We can't believe you did it. So
Have you seen my tech skills? Yeah, I 3D
that's true.
printed
I
something.
forgot 3 years for a sound.
We'll
You
give
just
it to
don't
you.
want to do them on the podcast. That's why you're.
It's interesting you say that.
What?
Oh,
I missed
listen,
it.
we've gone to 3 screens, and I got a message was like, you have to put everything back to 1 screen before you leave. So I know the limitations.
Yeah, that whole display thing sucks when you're trying to like.
But you're
you
right.
Open something and it opens up somewhere around the room.
But
Or doesn't
you're
come up.
right. There was a postcard in the corner.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you.
Yeah. Enjoy your victory. It's fleeting.
I just inhaled water down the wrong.
We all saw it. You're right about Waldo, but you can't drink a cup of water. So bravo.
That's rugged stuff.
This isn't even through filtered.
I was on vacation. I haven't had any of this in a week.
Oh, man.
So, Halloween, huh? You guys are big vibing, huh?
Yeah, we are far and away from the Halloween talk. I'm not sure how we. Oh, I know how we got to Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm still at the strung out Jesus, the strung out Santa thing right now. So.
Oh, we could go to Jesus if you'd like. I mean, that'll get you some.
Timestamp for the mention of religious.
I think I did both politics and religion. How about that?
So cool. I can't ever.
Who had religion at
No, we said religion,
1 hour and
not-
32 minutes? Anyway.
I guess your costume gets most conversation point.
True.
your cousin Kimmy, just tuning in. What exactly did I stumble on? I mean, I don't know. You're getting whiter by the minute.
Getting whiter?
I don't think we can say that either.
Is it creepy?
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah. It's definitely one of you two that wins because we've made fun of you a lot. So, your two costumes have been brought up way more than any of ours.
I think mine more in a accolade form than a
Yes,
derogatory.
we're giving you more of a nostalgia vibe.
Yeah.
We're just ripping on him.
Now hold on, definitely derogatory.
Easy
Well, yeah.
target.
Like,
Easy
it
target.
we're not flattering you. It's mean, but it's masked with what sounds like nice. It's like when you go to someone like, nice glasses, right? Like
a backhanded comment. Some
it's a
might
little
say.
passive aggressive.
Precisely.
Bless
Yeah.
your heart.
But I will take it because it's better than what we're doing to him.
Oh yeah, with him it's just straight venom. It's just
Yes, yes.
we hated his first shirt.
Every time we're getting a little full of ourselves, we'll bring these three on. Put us in our place.
The last episode had a lot of views. Call them. Get it.
You know, I don't like this. Usually it's just me at you and
You don't like
very
it?
little comeback. We're not young enough anymore.
True.
Speak for yourself.
8-year-old.
I'm fire. Did I say it right?
You did.
That was
Yeah,
pretty good.
That's
I wish you put
better
on in
than
front of it.
saying I'm Riz or whatever you said earlier. I have Riz. Oh man,
I was told Riz means charisma.
it
So it's-
does, but you didn't use it
So
correctly.
you either have it or you don't. Don't you?
No, it's like if you see a hot girl at a bar and you walk up to her and like you talk with her for a little while and it goes well, you go to your friends and go, "I rizzed her up good."
Oh,
I know,
that sounds
it's
terrible.
so cringe. But that's
sounds like a sexual assault.
well, it doesn't come across good. And also, if you say it unironically, the urge to slap somebody in the face when they say it, it's strong.
pretty high.
Yeah. But yeah, that's more how you use it. Is that like it's a verb? Like you rizzed a girl up, and now you got her number. Yeah. Yeah.
Nope,
Nope.
not doing that.
Well, the way you're dressed now, you can,
No.
Somebody's got to be into that. So.
yeah. There's an OnlyFans for you.
There's an OnlyFans for anybody.
Yeah.
There sure is.
What's the Sears catalog saying?
I don't actually know.
I think it's like if I can't say it right. I can't say it. Just can't say it. Look it up. Google it if you guys are interested.
I didn't know there was a saying.
Just do it. No. Oh wait, that's Nike.
Or if you're in a cult,
Yeah.
here they go sponsored.
Surprised we can get shut down a long time ago.
I mean, you know, today, if that happened and the news showed those, that would have been like a huge deal.
Oh, I'm sure somebody would have had to talk about it. Like, oh look, all these bodies are
Wearing Nike Maxes.
yeah. They're
Make
fits
you-
fire.
They make you jump higher.
Yeah.
No.
Right into the spaceship that they didn't
What?
go to.
Was it Haley's comment?
I don't think it was Haley's.
What one was it? It was something like
None
that.
of
wasn't
them.
it?
Not
Matt,
Haley's
none of them.
comment.
No,
Haley's
it wasn't
comments
that
like,
one.
yeah.
I think it was some obscure,
Yeah.
like one nobody knew about.
Hmm.
Matt,
Apparently someone did.
you know the comment probably didn't even exist. It was probably all made up.
We're trying to
No,
rationalize.
'cause I
with
remember-
the irrational.
I remember it like somebody pointing it out to me one night when it was going.
It was probably an airplane.
And they were like, well, those people either got on there or not. And it was like,
or they're going to be on the news wearing Nikes. One of the two.
You can jump on.
I believe that was Converse's jump higher, run faster.
You want to be like Michael Jordan? Yeah, yeah.
Chuck,
No,
Say
that's
what
Air
I was gonna
Jordan.
say, but yeah.
That's
Air
what they were.
Jordans
I
just
think
do
they
it.
were.
Oh, were they?
Well, the OG Nike Air Maxes
Air Jordan.
turn into Jordans, yeah. But I think that's what those people were wearing at the time.
Air Jordan, yeah. That's a tough look for Michael Jordan, but still one of the most lucrative endorsement deals
In
of
history.
our lifetime.
In history, yeah.
So I don't think that hurt him nor helped him.
No.
Yeah, I don't feel like that was common knowledge even.
What?
This is the
media.
first I even heard of it, that they were all wearing Air Jordans.
Oh no, I still remember the pictures they had.
Wild.
That was like why that's a core memory. I have no idea.
We can't even remember the comment.
It may not have had a name.
I thought it did. It was like
Haley's
I
like
think
an
it did.
only-
song.
I think
There's
it did have
there's
a
probably
name.
a bunch of like numbers. And
Yeah.
no, it had like a common name, but it did only happen every so many hundreds of years.
It's
or
sometimes like
something
Bob's
that. It was
Comet, and
good.
you're like, oh, that's the one you hitch your wagon to?
Probably Waldo's comment, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
There's postcards and words on it. I saw it.
it's time to end this podcast.
No, we're not done making fun of your costume yet.
So it was the Heaven's Gate cult in 1997, and
Yep.
they tried to board the spaceship hidden behind the Hale Bopp comet.
Hail Bop.
Yeah,
That's
so
So I
that's a
said Haley's.
Hanson
You said
reference.
Bob.
No,
that's
Bop.
That's Bop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's Hanson.
Bob.
Yeah, that's pretty damn
Of
close.
course, he brings up the boy band.
Was Hanson a boy band?
Oh yeah.
There wasn't any.
Yeah, it was. It was.
There
three,
wasn't any men in it.
It was three brothers.
Well, no, but it's not like in sync.
I
It's
think
not
it
98
was.
degrees.
It wasn't far from it.
First off, I'm not going to sit here and watch you slander Mbop, because if that song came on right now, you 100% would be enjoying life.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, we would all be enjoying that.
Do you play that at Chubby Dog?
Hell yeah.
Oh.
I'll read Where's Waldo to that.
Watch your mouth.
I mean, darn tootin'. I'm 36.
Great. Oh man! Wow. So that was '96. Yeah, that's definitely the one I
Sixth grade.
remember. Yeah.
Fifth and sixth.
Wearing Air Jordans. Man, that stuff though.
I was 3. I was 3 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy though. That bringing it back to cults, that you guys go through some of that stuff, right? Because that's like way different than some of the other haunting stuff.
Right. It's not like just folklore. This is like
Yeah, true crime.
true crime. Yeah.
Which hits me a little harder than my brother.
Ah, cold heart.
well,
Yeah.
Black
hey,
heart they
hey,
call
tell
it.
me something I don't know.
I'm
grew
just
up
not
with
as I'm just not as interested in
yeah.
true crime as I am in
Yeah.
paranormal stuff. That's
Oh,
all.
okay.
Just personally.
Yeah, just
Not that
I make the
it's
joke
not.
that Tyler is leading a cult somewhere that we.
I'm not leading a
we
cult.
don't.
Well, if you are, make sure they have Air Jordan. I don't know, 25s, 30s, whatever they're at.
we don't know if they were successful.
They didn't get on the comment, so
You don't know.
You don't know. You have
Were you
no
there?
idea.
did you see the photos?
Their spirits might have.
Oh, you would take the shoes with you in the spirit world. You still want
Those are pretty sweet shoes.
Yeah. Other ghosts are gonna make fun of you.
I don't think you can.
You show up barefoot. You think you're gonna get accepted on your little spaceship comet barefoot? No, that's weirder.
It's
trying
quite
to-
the debate.
I feel stupider now.
If you die, do you want nice shoes or no? Callers? What? That was you hit the soundboard. There's got to be a phone sound on there.
Ooh.
That would have been it. You hit the phones. We all laughed.
We
It was
have
funny.
9 to choose from.
Yeah.
I don't.
Most of them are intros. or
I feel like hit the 5th one.
Yeah. Well, this is default 5.
Call
Calling
late night.
4.
What is this?
The Price is Right.
Yeah.
was that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't homesick enough to know if that was right or not.
It was on at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Bob Barker. Caller number 4. No, I think Adam said not me. That was funny.
Sometimes he's funny. Yeah.
That was.
I have moments.
Wow, that was good. That was fucking good. Oh, I'm so
Oh.
sorry. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
Oh!
We must
wasn't
check
even me.
the
Let's make a
explicit
bigger
box.
No,
deal
no,
out
no.
of it.
PG-13. You're allowed one.
Oh, they
That's
just
what-
paused it.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Where's
That
the
was-
doll?
That
Hold the
was,
Wi-Fi.
They probably feel more sorry than anything. I
That was
don't
funny. Yeah.
If they've watched for almost 2 hours, they'll let it
Oh,
play.
they don't watch.
They'll let it play out.
Zuckerberg's not. They have an algorithm.
Yeah.
that they're waiting for something to pop in.
What if we just all say words that rhyme with it?
I have no idea
I
what
don't
would
really
happen.
want to push those limits.
We struggle with basic technology. Here.
Mm.
We don't really need to make it overcomplicated.
We've seen.
Yeah.
So the one button, you know where it is.
That one I do tonight. Tomorrow, maybe not.
That was legit. That was good.
Oh man.
Well, guys, this has been a blast. Anything else?
Nice costume.
You wanna?
Have the most hair. All of your makeup is like sweated off.
You do look like a wax version of yourself right now.
This is if we ever get to be celebrity status. This is where I want my wax figure to be.
In a basement?
Yeah, whatever.
That's what you
the
want.
wax museum of
That's what
celebrities.
you want. You
They have-
wax.
Why not?
Actually, I don't think we can. That's copyright Batman.
True. I mean, this is movie studio quality good.
No, it would be copyright The Office, Kevin.
Also, yes. That's 2 lawsuits.
God, we have to make money to pay for these.
If you don't make money, they won't sue us. You can't
That's not true at all.
can't get blood from a stone.
We live in America. They'll try.
You have insurance, right? Yoink.
Yeah, we shut down today and we start back up tomorrow.
The Community Work Share podcast.
Community Workbench. Dos.
Our first guest, Chubby Dog, and the Brown Brothers. Welcome. Push the envelope here.
Well,
Yeah.
Go out with a bang.
We're trying to just
So I can
Another
swear now?
viewer.
Survive.
Survival is a accurate term.
Yeah. Us
Yeah.
too. That's all we're all trying to do.
That's it, man.
On that note, I'm going to raise my Narragansett to you, gentlemen.
Hey,
This has
Hey.
been awesome.
Hey,
Thank
hey.
you so much.
good times.
Sorry about the swearing.
I'm just pissed I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I am a little bit envious.
You know what? It felt good. It felt good.
It's like when you get to swear in front of your parents because they like something bad happened and they let you.
It's
and you just
exactly
say
how
it,
it
you're like,
felt.
I'm so cool right now if my friends were here.
I
You
feel like
look
the
less
moment was-
cool now that you dropped it and we didn't know.
I didn't drop anything. I was a good clean boy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
joke.
find
Right, you
that
snuck
hard
that
to
one in.
believe.
Adam's like, you heard the noise, and Adam's like, and it's caller number 4.
You're good for one-liners.
Oh
That's
my
about
God.
it.
We'll have it back.
I'll be right here to warm this seat up.
One day we might be able to pay you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you
Whoa.
making promises like that?
My
was-
vision just went
I
blurry.
said might.
Mike.
Just like you told me, one day I might pay you.
Mike.
That's an agreement if you ask me. I'm gonna hold you to it.
That's when you gotta hit the.
Yeah. That was the remix.
God, you guys are old.
It's only 10 years.
It's a joke.
A
Are we 10
decade.
years older than you?
Yeah.
Just a joke.
A
31?
decade. Yeah. Oh, I know it's a joke, but a decade, man, a lot changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you said that Waldo was made in '73, he's like, that's forever ago, pretty much. That might as well be ancient history. Is that on a tablet?
Who's 80?
A real tablet.
The stone kind.
Sanskrit, right?
Are these hieroglyphics? Where is hieroglyphic Waldo? There he is, wearing a weird wolf hat, and his arms are all weird.
Given this conversation, now I'm worried about what you guys talked about while I was gone.
I don't
We
even-
just
I have
slandered
no
you
idea.
horrendously.
Yeah, I don't remember what we talked about.
All good things.
Very
Yeah.
blurry. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I use that term watching loosely. Join us on Monday, November 4th, when we interview Woodstock Building Associates owner Doug Porter and his last 40 years of being a residential builder here in the Quiet Corner. See you all Monday at 6. As always, buy local, hire local, dine local, volunteer local, donate local, listen to local podcasts like The Haunting Hour.
Happy Halloween.
Nice
Happy
costume.
Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Have a safe and happy Halloween.